What if the scribbles a toddler makes on paper means more than you think? When I first became a teacher, I taught preschool and TK classrooms. I had no idea what I was doing. I remember one day trying to get little Joey to hold his crayon just right and write the letter A. He got frustrated. He grabbed his crown and just kept scribbling all over the page. I thought he was being difficult. No, he certainly wasn't able to do what I wanted him to do, and more than that, he didn't need to do it. A veteran teacher told me, ask him what it means. So I did. I bent down, pointed to one of the little scribbles, and said, "What is this?" And he said, "That's me." And once I looked a little closer, they weren't just scribbles, some of them meant something. And that's when I realized writing isn't just copying letters on a page, it's expressing what you feel and think. Because if you can feel it and think it, then you can say it and write it. So today we're going to walk through the 8 stages of early writing, from scribbles to stories, so you can recognize what's really happening on the page and learn how to nurture it. Let's get started. Stage 1. When kids draw, they're not just drawing, they're thinking on paper. A circle with lines on it might be a picture of a cat. That means my cat is funny. They're telling a story through images long before letters show up. Encourage them to think first before they draw. That language rehearsal is good for future writing. Stage 2. Scribbles are practice runs for handwriting. The lines that move across the page from left to right are the first sign a child is noticing how books and words work. Left to right, top to bottom. Notice that and encourage it. Stage 3. Next come letter-like shapes. Tall lines, circles, squiggles that feel like writing. They might not even read it back to you, but point to it and say, "Ooh, what does this say right here?" Ask them to explain what it says. Stage 4. Now the marks turn into recognizable letters. Maybe they're borrowed from their name, maybe from a cereal box. Letters don't match the sounds yet, but direction and spacing begin to appear. Encourage that, build it, add to it. And then stage 5, suddenly a new awareness lights up. Sounds connect to symbols. They'll start labeling a sun with the letter S, or write B for ball. This is the bridge between talking and writing. Stage 6, here's where inventive writing shines. Kids start stretching out the words. Bird, B-R-D. Or maybe you see, my dog ran, and it looks like this. We celebrate these approximations. They show deep phonemic understanding in action. Stage 7. Now we hear most of the sounds. I like to pick flowers. They're writing full ideas using spaces and punctuation. Invented and correct spellings live side by side. That's progress, not errors. And then stage 8. Spelling patterns start locking in. They're using capitals, periods, sight words with confidence. They've long been writing for a purpose, to help communicate. But now everyone else can read it and understand it as well. So remember, each of these stages matter. We're not rushing children toward perfect spelling. Please don't do that. That's not how you spell that. That is not what's important when we first start writing. Stage 8? Sure, absolutely. But we need to fan the flames so that they continue to write with purpose. And you can't do that when you're bogged down by conventions. But once you know the stages, every scribble starts to make sense. Be blessed.